I'm reacting to what I tried at Chipotle in Calgary, Alberta, so let's get this video started. Okay, as you may or may not know, I've been trying to post a lot more in the past few days, and what I noticed from posting all these different videos of my YouTube shorts is that this specific Chipotle video has been doing probably the best out of all of them, and why, I'm not really sure. My only assumption is that it's a big chain, so it's probably doing a lot better than your mom and pop shop, just because it's more renowned versus any other stores. So I'm kind of glad at this news. I think this has 300 views, which I don't typically get on long-term videos. Yes, of course I do have, or I've had a pretty substantial amount of views on long-term videos, but I typically do way less per se than shorts. So I'm kind of glad to see some type of influx. So with that being said, I think it's perfect to react to myself eating Chipotle in Calgary, Alberta, because that's basically all I've ever had it in. But I've had it in Toronto too as well. But anyway, that's another story. So let's just get this video started and let's go. I tried Chipotle in Calgary, Alberta, and honestly, these portions are really bad. So I'm gonna give the portions a 3 out of 10. The taste itself is an 8 out of 10. So the average is 5.5. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe in peace. Yeah, so essentially that was one of the newer Chipotle locations here in Calgary, Alberta. I think it was near the YMCA in the south and like the South Hospital. I was completely shocked. Like, I'm a huge fan of Chipotle normally. I love making my way towards Chipotle whenever I have the chance to do so. But this time, like, I always order the chicken typically, but sometimes I like to switch it up depending on like the limited time special. But anyway, this person just gives me the shortest amount of portions, and I was just genuinely surprised. I'm like, what is that, like 2 bites? I know the food's like really good. I find it super delicious, and I always find myself going back to Chipotle. But if you're gonna be selling me portions that are like the size of a peanut, then I'm gonna obviously not like it nearly as much. So I had to justify that rating per amount given per taste. Taste is obviously really good, but can you imagine, like, Chipotle's been skimping like mad crazy. You know, I've heard like on Reddit stories or YouTube videos that you can ask for extra rice and extra lettuce and so on and so forth, and you can't be charged, but you're really playing a risky person's game. So I mean, at what expense? You can try asking for like more portions, but I think it really also depends on who you get on that specific day. But my overall sentiment from that moment was, man, Chipotle is skimping like mad crazy. They definitely need to like at least give a little bit more, like a justifiable amount. I know before they gave like a truckload of food, and then sometimes people can't even finish that, like 2 meals, but at least like give some. I get it's inflationary times, but do your customers some justice, or else people are gonna not go to your restaurant, right? I mean, anyway, so let's react to the next video. This is a newer one, as you can see, same jacket, so let's go. Tried Chipotle smoked brisket in Calgary, Alberta, and here's what I thought of the food, and it's gonna be around $12 to $13, and finally they give pretty good portions, and I was so glad about that for sure. I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe in peace. Yeah, that was like a brisket, the limited time special. I think that was probably the last time I went to Chipotle, to be honest with you. As you can see, I recently bought this coat as well. It's a pretty good deal, by the way, but anyway, that's another story. Yeah, that time my experiences were way better. I love the taste of the brisket. It was fantastic, and obviously Chipotle delivers, and this time they actually gave like a substantial amount of portions, which is what the people have been asking for. I mean, like, to pivot on that, there's even like complaints online, like TikToks, Instagram Reels, so on and so forth, of just the portions being incredibly small. So I felt like at that moment, like I was ready to ask for more portions, but you know, in a sense, they just gave me the right amount, and I was so happy about that experience. But I was willing to try the rice method, if not the other like beans method and whatnot, and so on and so forth, but I didn't need to, so it was fantastic. So yeah, again, I had a really good experience that time. If that brisket is still around, I highly recommend you guys try it, because I had, I would say, a fantastic experience trying that and tasting it. So yeah, definitely try it if you can too. I really had a good time with that. I tried Chipotle in Calgary, Alberta, and here's what I thought of my chicken bowl, and honestly, Chipotle is so good, so I'm gonna give it a solid 8 out of 10. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and peace out, guys. Yeah, I felt like this specific video was a while ago, maybe about a year ago, and the story behind this was, I'm originally from Toronto. We've had Chipotle for such a long time, and it's just been around ever since I was like super young, you know? I don't know, I think Chipotle's been in Canada for a hot minute, but I think that near the Northeast was the very first Chipotle that ever opened here in Calgary, Alberta, ever since I moved here, and people were just like lining up, super long lines, might I say, and it's quite surprising, because as a Torontonian, it's like, really? It's just Chipotle? I feel like I've had that so many times. So inevitably, I think we just wait till the Chipotle lines lessen, and then we make our way towards that first Northeast video. Fast forward, by the way, there's multiple Chipotle locations, South, Northeast, and Brentwood, which is really nice, by the way. The last video was in Brentwood, forgot to mention that. Anyway, yeah, I think a lot of time has passed, and I'm glad I can get my chicken bowl here in Calgary, Alberta, much as I can get it in, per se, Vancouver if it's there, and Toronto as well. So I'm just really glad. All they need to do is just keep up with consistent portions, and then we'll be on our way, you know what I mean? So let's go to the next video.
I'm trying chicken al pastor.
Before I begin, so I think for this video, I want to experiment with miking on the side and just like talking in the moments of, but I felt like attention and retention and, you know, just overall views and engagement, I felt like it did significantly worse per my shorter videos that did around like 10 to 15 seconds of me just doing a voiceover with this microphone right here. Let me know if I need to go back to if anyone's actually going to watch this video. Maybe I can start going to places and then just maybe I'll purchase a wireless mic and then go from there and make some in-person in-talking reviews, food reviews. Maybe it's more detailed, and then if you guys watch it, then I'll do it. If you guys don't watch it, there's no point. Work smarter, not harder. So yeah.
Or from Chipotle in Calgary, Alberta, and let's give this a test run. Right off the bat, I'm not gonna lie, Chipotle, the portions are getting a little smaller, but that's fine. We'll look past that. So let's give it a go. I'm a huge fan of Chipotle, so I want to make the right choice. It was really good, 8.5 out of 10. Flavors are really good, spicy and really delicious, so leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and peace.
Yeah, so there's like a really consistent overall like view as to how I thought about all these different foods. Let me just switch the screens. I was trying that like method for the very first time. I think the only caveat issue is like when you're eating, you can't really put the mic close to your face like this per se. And I think another issue is I don't have a unidirectional microphone. I think that was an omnidirectional. So the quality is a little fuzzy. I think other videos I put the little windscreen, but that one I didn't. So you can really hear background noises. So I'm not necessarily a huge fan. Why would I give people such a bad audio experience? I think the only way to justify it is if I get one of those really cool wireless microphone DJI, you know, windscreen ones. You could just clip it onto your shirt or something and then you could go from there. Or like one of those Hollyland microphones. They look really cool, especially the tiny ones. You could try those too as well, but they're quite expensive. So I think I need to see some like reoccurring funds in this YouTube channel before I make some substantial payments on it. Yeah, my overall thoughts about Chipotle is simply put, good food, but questionable portions sometimes. If they just kept up just the right amount of portions per 2025, per inflation, per all these, you know, like ridiculous rate cuts and tariff business, you know, the world would spin just fine. But if you're giving too little portions, I know you're trying to save up on money, then it's worse because people are not going to want to go to Chipotle anymore. So I think the biggest takeaway from all this, keep the portions up just enough for 2025. We understand. Yeah, I guess keep up the good work because the food is always reliable and we love it at the end of the day. So please don't close down and stay around for the long term and make the right choices, right? With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I haven't mentioned it already. I can't really remember. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Go ahead and check out my other videos too as well. And check out my short form content. That's the vast majority of my posting. And yeah, peace out.